My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. In the last episode, we unlocked our 6th Pyre Heart, which means that we have choices. We have options. Also, I am a little conflicted. Let me introduce to you my conflict. I really appreciate that it was kept secret from me that the original 5 clans are here as well. However, as a content creator, eventually at some point, I'm gonna have to put these in thumbnails because that's how I make my thumbnails. I demonstrate the clans that I'm playing in the run. It's gonna start looking suspiciously absent when I play Hellhorned Awoken and the thumbnail has just the logo of the game. So at some point, I have to decide when the spoiler window is up. It's not yet, by the way. It's not in the thumbnail at the moment. We're all good on that right now. It's just, I'm looking forward into the future, forecasting, oh no, at some point, I have to be the arbiter of when the spoiler window is done, and I'm not looking forward to being that person. In other news, we've unlocked our 7th Covenant rank. There is no longer an empty wave before bosses. And 2 new Pyre Hearts in the last episode. The Echo of the Time Father. Once per battle, you can select the heart to apply Frozen to all non-Blight, non-Scourge cards in hand, as well as Fire is Greed. When the Pyre takes damage, get 10 gold. I mean, I'm pretty incentivized to let my Pyre take damage because also Life Mother's Pyre is unlocked via letting the Pyre take damage. Let's take Fire is Greed. And then, for our clans, one of them should absolutely be Hellhorned. The other one should be either Under Legion or Lazarus League so that I can start getting the 2nd champion unlock. Let's go Hellhorned and Under Legion. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you, Prince. And Under Legion as our backup. Excellent. I remember you. It's a simple torch spell. 1 ember to deal 3 damage to a unit. Let's get about it. Ooh. 2 copies of Hidden Passage, the ability to ascend for 1 ember via a spell. 2 Loam Coats, 2 ember and 20 health to gain on Resolve, regen 1, and then Propagate 2. Increasing buffs of friendly, or increasing stacks of buffs on friendly units. And then we also have the Prickly Puffball. 1 ember, 2 size on Revenge, applied to gate 5 to attackers. I mean, Loam Code on the Prickly Puffball is a great frontline for us. Seraph Eternus, Chosen of Dominion, is going to be applying Corruption to our units on strike. Kale is giving out spikes, and Archeon's pushing people to the back of the line. Cool. What Hornbreaker do we have? I recognize these lines. Wrathful. On Slay, gain 10 armor. On Revenge, gain Rage 3. So that's more if we want to use you as a frontliner. And then Reaper. On Slay, gain 15 damage. So I really do like Reaper. Especially because one of the other lines allows us to start getting some multi-strike, so you can start using Reaper to actually cut through lines of enemies. Also, we do have a good frontliner in the Prickly Puffball. I could make the Hornbreaker Prince like the lead of a 2nd line with Loam Coat, so they would be propagating their own rage stacks. It's quite minimal in impact. I'll take Reaper. Cleansing Water, 50% chance to remove all buff effects from enemies, or Trials give you 50% more gold. I'll go with Trials give 50% more gold because I pretty much turn them on by default. Under Legion and Merchant of Magic in the 2nd area, so I'm probably going Under Legion, Merchant of Steel in the 1st area. Yep. Feel free to appear on every floor. I have the ability to deal with that very easily, in fact. Hornbreaker Prince, you go there. Prickly Puffball, you go there. Shieldbreaker Steward, 1 on each floor, go. And everyone dies to the decay. Perfect. We just wanted to get our Loam Coat sooner rather than later. I could save some health on the Prickly Bubble by using a Eager Conscript, but no, that's actually a bad idea. Let's get Spear Stewards there. So they all take Decay 5, which means at the end of the turn they'll all take 15 damage, but not before the Hornbreaker Prince gets to slay one of them. Let's up the speed now that we can see the interaction that's going to be going on in this fight. Well, I mean, I do want to confirm that final one goes down, so torch the back line. I could let the Vengeful Shard hit me while I have Fire as Greed just to get 10 Ember. All it affects is my score. It doesn't affect any other thing. So I'll be intentionally doing that, of course. Summon some troops on the midline, why not? I guess I give Loam Coat to the bottom line now. Top line's already dealt with. Sure. Talk to the backliner, save some HP. Farm out a little bit more money by letting the Pyre take some damage to our Vengeful Shards. Another Vengeful Shard. Glad to see it. I should probably get the Shield Steward to sit behind the Hornbreaker Prince, fire and ascend here. Feels relatively worthwhile. And I'll start building some troops on the top line as well. Yeah. Pretty much oh no! No, I can't even torch my own fire! Damn it! Actually, you know what? I can undo that. I need to take the damage. Get him, Prince. Oh! It's them! Woo! Seeing the mushrooms and being like, oh, I guess the mushrooms are kind of analogous, maybe a little bit to the imps, and then seeing the whelps and going like, oh, I guess these are kind of the imp flavor of this game, and now getting to actually see the imps. Hell yeah. Fledgling Imp, Molting Imp, Welder, Helper. I really do like applying armor 20 to the front friendly unit. I think that's like, especially because it's only one size. Hornbreaker Prince, Prickly Puffball, Welder Helper can fit between them. I think I'd take Welder Helper. Gooey Flask, 1 Ember to consume, apply Sap 2 to enemy units. Ugh, this is unfortunate. Proliferate, 1 Ember, consume, propagate 2 on all units on the floor. However, it comes with a calcified Ember that I would have to play, as well as a Wax Cap. 1 Ember, 1 size, summon, apply Sap 3 to enemy units. Shroom type unit. Boy. I really do like propagating. That said, how much do I care about regen if I'm using armor instead? Wax Cap could weaken enemies. It's just a trigger on summon. Weakening enemies isn't especially effective. I could take Wax Cap and try and make something more of it. Like, if I could use this every single turn to apply 6 sap, so, like, give this dualism and endless, to apply 6 sap to every line as they go through the rounds, like, you know, that's 12 damage off of every enemy. That makes most enemies not do anything for a couple of rounds of combat. I'm trying to argue my way out of taking this Proliferate, because I think it's so much better than the other 2 cards. I'll take Gooey Blast. Yeah, this one's the Underlegion and Merchant of Steel. I'm kind of hoping to see in the Underlegion... Oh, there's our Endless. Ooh, large stone as well. I'm hoping to see something here that really helps me define my run. Interesting. Spore Launcher, 2 Ember, 3 size. On Rally, Decay 2 to enemy units. Moral Mistress. 1 Ember, 2 size, Etch, which triggers when a card is consumed on this floor. Apply Decay 8 to friendly units. To enemy units, sorry. I've got 1 spell so far that consumes. Obviously, I'd be looking to add a lot more to really support Moral Mistress, but... oof. It seems so inconsistent. Like, you can't really generate an endless resource of consume cards. Or, you know what, I'm certain you can, but it's not simple to do. It's not something you just easily have. Spore Launcher on Rally, apply Decay 2 to enemy units. I mean, realistically, that goes on a floor where you summon all of the conscripts. And realistically, I don't have a good floor to summon conscripts on. I think I take Spore Launcher as a second floor for us. Also, I think Endless on the Welder Helper, so I have the ability to summon them and then let them die, and then summon them again, is really good. I'm gonna end up in positions where I'm gonna play Welder Helper and then hit my own Welder Helper with a torch. It's not even gonna be uncommon. I think Heartstone for Prickly Buffball makes a lot of sense as well, because that line's not going to have a defensive Spore. Those will be on the Spore Launchers line. I might hold off on Large Stone instead, though. Large Stone really feels like it just compounds, like, things that this... Like, the Spore Launcher could get, like, 15 extra damage. Could have 50 extra health, but those aren't really important parts of the Spore Launcher. It's that trigger of the rally condition there. I think I might just take a Strength Stone on a... I mean, it'd be funny to put it on the Welder Helper, but I'm not going to. I'll put it on a Spear Steward, thank you. We'll leave and save our money. Make a little more use out of the Merchant Magic in the next area. I really don't feel strongly... Like, Prickly Puffball with Lone Coat behind, like, that's fine, right? That'll get me through a lot of fights. But as soon as my enemy's, like, first unit comes up to the top floor and has like 100 HP still, the Hornbreaker Prince is not going to be able to slay them. If they can't slay the first one, they can't slay the second one, and then suddenly we're just leaking a lot of damage. So I do think a secondary line is really important. I do think that line goes lower than the Hornbreaker Prince's line, because the Hornbreaker Prince doesn't harvest, they slay. They only need to hit one target. So if the Spore Launcher takes care of all of the chaff, that's fine. Little scared of -1 energy per turn, if I'm honest with you. I will be doing it. But that doesn't mean I'm not scared. Prickle Puff, Hornbreaker behind, Spore Launcher. Realistically, you should be on the bottom line. Aha. Yeah, so we can take out some of these backliner units early. Frustrating. Obviously, I want to play Lone Coat, I want to play the Spear Steward, and I also want to play Eager Conscript. I feel like one Spear Steward and Eager Conscript is correct here. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, actually, this is excellent. I'll Hidden Passage ascend the Collector. The only person on that floor who can slay them is the Hornbreaker Prince, so we get the Slay positive. And then I drop another Eager Conscript. I'm kind of sad to have drawn past both Loam Coats without getting to play them, but also the Prickly Puffball's not going to get hit for a while. Annoyingly, I don't have anyone I can summon here to really help me on the bottom line, so let's just take out both of the enemy's backliners and then let them roll. Oof. They've gained additional spikes. That actually is a pretty big problem. By the time they get up to the next floor, they will have 6 spikes, which means the Hornbreaker Prince will die in a single hit. Unless I give them a Loam Coat next turn to survive. Well, that's awkward. Let's see, though, because... yeah, exactly. They're going to take a lot of damage to this Decay. Alright, we're all good. Another Hidden Passage with an Ascend. 0 cost Fortify, applies Armor 5, or another Welder Helper. I mean, Welder Helper is not a bad unit to go on the same line as the Spore Launcher. Yeah, I don't have anything against Welder Helper. I like it a lot. Give me. Ooh, Green Recruit. 0 Ember, 1 size. On Extinguish, spawn 4. Also glow up, 1 Ember, advance and propagate 2 on a single unit. There's another Gooey Flask with a calcified Ember behind it, but I'm going to be taking the Green Recruit here. See if I can focus on that a little bit. Because that would be a great unit, not only when I summon it for 0 Ember as well, on the same floor as the Spore Launcher, does it give Spore Launcher a rally bonus, but then it will also trigger Spawn 4, so 4 more rally bonuses for Spore Launcher when it dies. Obviously, I'm looking to make it endless if possible. Check out the Merchant Magic first. Ooh, remove Consume from a spell. Certainly nothing immediately comes to mind that I'm like overwhelmed with the value of. Under Legion units. Let's have a look there next. Squad Leader adds Trample to Fun Guy. Troop adds +2 damage per stack. So, Trample to Fun Guy. See, I don't understand that. Trample to Fun Guy. Who's Fun Guy? Oh, it's only the summoned troop? So wait. Got it. I understand now. Fun Guy is the name of the unit that is summoned with Troop, and Troop is the stack that summons Fun Guy. I was like, is this referring to 2 different things? Is it saying gives Trample to all Shroom units and they haven't renamed that to Shroom yet? No. It's Fun Guy is the name of that unit. Got it. That's Trample to Fun Guy, and Troop adds +2 damage on stack. I mean, that should theoretically be good for us in the future. The only thing is it's not yet. Realistically, after we get a lot more ability to spawn then that makes sense. But I'd have to take it before that happens, so it's a little bit of a speculative pick. Celestial Alcove. I think I should probably get a couple upgrades on spells before I worry about that. Eager Conscripts just always being a 0-cost spell for me. Great. I'll send magic power on one of the torches. It's not a bad idea. Removing Consume. Actually, I'm kind of leaning towards going to the Celestial Alcove in case it gives me a spell that I want to remove Consume from, because that could be good. Ooh. The rail shakes. The train screeches to a halt. The world trembles. The train has stopped in front of a fountain, where angels once asked its water for blessings. Now it radiates with Dominion's looming presence. Oh, baby. Dominion's voice echoes. Do you ask the corrupted fountain for a blessing? Dominating power upgrade. Loss and damage on strike, applied 20 corruption. Dominating authority, summon, spawn a random friendly unit from your deck. Cool. Control. Adds melee weakness 1 and spell weakness 1 on deck. I mean, ask for authority and then putting that authority on the Spore Launcher certainly sounds the most reasonable here, but also that would start to fill up the space. What if it fills up the space with, like, another Shield Steward and then suddenly the entire line is bricked? I can't summon any more rally units there. Also, Dominion's Eye we would have to take. 1 Ember, Unpurgeable Blight. Non-Scourge, non-Blight cards in hand cost +1, so we have to constantly play that first. So it's like 1 additional Ember cost to most hands. Most hands? A lot of whatever hand that's in. That said, if I put this on a unit, I would be then able to dupe that unit without getting a second copy of the Scourge, so I get a lot of value out of that. Realistically, the main problem here is these upgrades aren't that good for me. Obviously, they can't go on the Hornbreaker Prince, the person who would actually like to hold these upgrades right now. Spawn a random friendly unit from your deck. I guess I could put that on green recruits so that I can try and do more of a, like, big summon board kind of thing. You know what? Yes. Why? Because it sounds interesting. You ask for authority. Dominion's voice booms out. So be it. You've gained authority, but as you leave the fountain, Dominion's voice does not leave your ear. I think I do re-roll here. Double stack the Gooey Flask? That seems reasonable. Plus 20 magic power and consume, certainly not a torch. -2 cost and consume. If anything was 2 cost, I would have done it. -1 cost intrinsic. I'll give that to a Eager Conscript, literally just to -1 cost it. Oh, there is a Merchant of Trinkets in the next area. Maybe I should have held back a little. We'll see. Oh, right, there's no trial here, so I don't get that much money. Okay, maybe I should have held back a little. I'm gonna have to summon sacrifice units to prevent Archeon from attacking my units that I care about. Okie dokie. One torch to take 1 unit out. Now I want 2 conscripts on this bottom line. So the conscript will survive because I took the other unit out. And then I will also put a conscript on this line in order to block your attack. Is anything else necessary? I mean, with a single torch to the front liner, we actually take you out, so let's do that. No inverting my party order. Okay, so this would invert the party order right now, unfortunately. And I don't have a way to take out the Savage Spearman in the back line. That's really unfortunate as well. If I loam coat my fungi... Ugh. No, that's not what we want to see. Yikes. Yeah, I'll have exactly 8 health on the fungi, so it will still die by the time of the Savage Spearman, which means that the Spore Launcher is going to get moved to the back of the line. Not what we wanted to see. If I loam coat my fungi, then it won't ever go back to the front of the stack ever again, because I don't have a way to make it move forward. So I have to let it die. It's really unfortunate. I mean, Loam Coat definitely wants to go on this top line. And then if I want to be able to take out troops on this line, I still have to use my conscript here. Spore Launcher being behind the funky troop leader is not really that much of a problem. I do think we really have to summon an Eager Conscript up here as well now. What do I do with my Welder Helper and Shield Stewards? I think maybe I just take this hit on the bottom line and I summon out the shields and spear stewards on the middle line. And I don't care if that line gets hit. That's fine. Archeon's going to move down to it, invert their ordering. Not a problem. Okay, Green Recruit is here at the right time. Good to see you. You go in the front of this party. Oh, and you summoned a Welder Helper who immediately gave you armor, so now you will survive, which is not what I wanted. I'm sorry, but you were born to die. Okay, I can move the Cowering Sycophant to the back of the line to prevent anyone dying to spikes. And then I can summon Welder Helper up here for the armor and then kill the Welder Helper in order to be able to do it again. If that top line has enough armor and regen, like, it's not going to be a problem at all. Oh, this is perfect. The Green Recruit dies after this entire line has resolved. Obviously, we have to play Dominion's Eyes first. Damn. We're not especially good at stopping people from getting up to the pyre. I thought I was going to be decaying that unit more, but the decay is applied by Revenge, and that unit doesn't attack, so I don't get Revenge on it. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, sorry. The fun guy that was summoned after the Green Recruit... Oh, yeah, because the enemies attacked first. So, yeah, the fun guy that's summoned when the Green Recruit dies gets to attack that round. That's great. get rid of Defense Lord. Yeah. We're going to be more than comfortable enough here. Get rid of Dominion's Eye. Already got a Loam Coat on the units that need it. I guess I'll Loam Coat you. And then that Welder Helper is going to die this round as well. So I will wait, leaving a space on the top line so I can play it next turn. Again, I'm intentionally taking damage to these eventual shards because it gives me 10 gold each. Pretty quickly, we were getting outside of just our regen because Resolve triggers every round in the final encounters. Our regen was propagating beyond the point that the enemy was even going to be able to damage us. Interesting. Deadly Variant, 2 Amber Consume card applies decay equal to 5 times the sap on the unit, so we need to be able to build up their sap first, but then, very powerful. Spike the Legion, X cost, consume, propagate 2x on a single unit, and then finally the Tome of Evergrowth. 1 Ember Consume, apply ability Evergrowth to a friendly unit. That ability is a cooldown 1, so you can use it every turn to apply Regen 3 and Sap 3. That confounds me. I mean, I guess Prickly Puffball does want both regen and sap, so, like, I can see it having some value. It's just, it doesn't add to our... None of these things add to our damage, right? If damage is sincerely our problem, we need to look elsewhere. I will say, propagate 2x on a single unit is very appealing in the world where I know that green recruit is summoning spot. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter about green recruit. Literally, it's just very appealing in a world where there's conscripts to summon. I think this is more of a defensive choice. And this is a more versatile choice. It could be both defensive or offensive. And I have to take the one that has the offensive capabilities right now, because that's what we're really lacking in. I mean, it's going to be the Cluster Colonel, but let's look at the other ones. Steelworker! I miss you so much! 1 Ember, 2 Size! Resolve, apply armor 5 to friendly units. This demon's such a cool guy. I've had so many good runs with you. Cluster Colonel, 2 Ember, 2 Size, armor 10 on Resolve at end turn, spawn 4, and then the Amorous Inoki. Rally, apply regen 1 and 1 additional health to all friendly units. I mean, Amorous Inoki would also do well, but like I need more spawns before I get more rally triggers, so Cluster Colonel, absolutely. Here's the question, though. Cluster Colonel, 2 size. Spore Launcher, 3 size. Squad Launcher, 1 size. Green Recruit, 1 size. We see the problem here, do we not? Also, I kind of need additional Ember to be able to do anything in the first place. Realistically, on my first turn, what I want to be able to do is summon the Cluster Colonel, the Spore Launcher, both of those on the same floor, the Prickly Bubble, and the Hornbreaker Prince, right? Right now, I'm short. Can't do that. Also, I can't even put down Squad Leader, because I don't have the space for it. Is space more mutable? or is Deployment Ember? Deployment Ember's not very mutable. There's like one relic that I can think of. And I want more copies of Green Recruit, so I definitely want more space on the bottom line. But the thing is, even if I get more space on the bottom line, right, we've got Cluster Kernel and Spore Launcher, right? So just imagine by default, those both have to be there. Good, easy, not a problem. That's 5 size. One of them summons another unit, so we're already overstacked by 1. If I had 2 additional capacity, I could put down the squad leader, but then I still won't have any excess space to play a Green Recruit. So I feel like extra capacity doesn't really help me much right now. I either want extra draw or extra energy. I'm going to take extra energy first. I need that, I need the setup. Merchant of Steel obviously could be really helpful here if you just mini stone my Spore Launcher. And in fact, that's probably much more reasonable than going to the other side. The other side's going to be very expensive for me to get value from. High Forge. Alright, we're going down the Reaver line. I was really hoping I would get some multi-strike here. Okay, Large Stone's the opposite of what I want. Endless is pretty good for the Green Recruit, though. Ooh. Armory's offering us Mushy Room. Apply 3 sap to enemy units at the end of the combat. There's also a Spell Sanctum, 3 Ember to have spells cost -1, or a Swift Steel Dagger, 1 Ember to give 15 damage and quick to a unit. That'd give a Hornbreaker Prince the ability to stop people from hitting the puffball, but the puffball doesn't really care about that, so it's not really a concern of mine. Spell Sanctum. Realistically, Spell Sanctum is not actually going to be especially useful on the bottom floor. It's going to be very high in cost, and then it's not really going to end up reducing much more than its own cost. Mushy Room. Apply Sap 3 to enemy units at the end of combat. I could take a Sap Room. I could take that. It would almost not matter at all, though. It's a 1 cost that will be triggered every turn. How much does it have to matter for it to be good? Large Stone. I can't reroll and be guaranteed to be able to purchase the stones that I want right now. Should I Large Stone the Prickly Bubble? No, I don't want the Prickly Bubble to have an attack stat. Take out Pyre Remains and waddle onwards. Enemies enter with Titan Skin 4, you say? Yeah, that's fine. I give a bunch of decay to enemies every turn, so we give them 4 times to 8 decay, and 8 decay does 8 by 3, 24 damage. I think I've solved something. Hornbreaker, you definitely still go on the top line. Do you? I think so. Puffball. Then Spore Launcher. Cluster Kernel, then Squad Leader on the very bottom line. If I have the ability, I can ascend you to overstack the other floor. And we get it. And now, also, the Cluster Kernel will have the ability to spawn 4 before combat begins on the same floor, because it only triggers on resolve, so it wouldn't have triggered on the bottom floor yet. I mean, obviously we're gonna Eager Conscript. Loam Coat's good, but I have 2 copies of it in the deck. I think I take this opportunity to propagate 6 additional fungi. Hell yeah. Alright. Oh my god, Green Recruit, hello. I mean, I would want to play you on that floor, unfortunately, and can't. So I guess I just play you on the bottom floor. You summon someone. There you go. Oh, you summoned the Endless Imp out of the deck. Cool. I could put a Loam Coat on the fungi and have it propagate troop stacks on itself. Hell yes. I mean, I suppose I do just play the... Well, the hell with it. There's no real good argument not to. Obviously got to play Dominion's Eye out. So they attack, and that's at the end of turns. I believe I get to respond with the Hornbreaker Prince and take one of their units out first. So I'll get to start scaling, which is good. We just dropped 2 Eager Conscripts on that line. Okay. There we go, back line is down. Oh, hell yeah. That's another sleigh for us. And speaking of hell yeah. Ooh, even enough Ember to play the Calcified. Hell yeah. Let's pop Spear Steward at the very back line. Again, it's important to note, Spear Steward, I do want to do as much damage with my Stewards as is possible. That's another one of the unlock conditions for my Eye Hearts. Yay! Green Recruit again! Wait, hang on, I can't play you. I don't have any space on any floors. I guess I could put you on the top line. Probably behind the Hornbreaker Prince, to be honest. Again, I'll note it is intentional that I'm not preventing damage from the Vengeful Shard. I would rather money that actually affects this run than score that does not. And I will always make that decision. Oh boy. Korin the Judge just descended all units to this floor. If I ascend Korin the Judge, though, all of those units immediately die. Let's do it. I want to show you. See? Now all of those units die. Get him. Ooh, I don't have Loam Coat. Ooh. Oh dear. Well, let's see how this goes. Wait, the resolve trigger isn't happening every round. We're not getting new troops. Oh dear. Maybe I needed a little more time to set up here. Not playing Loam Coat on Prickly Puffball. The very start of the, what are you gonna do? Oh boy! The round never ended on the previous floor, so the enemy never got hit with decay, which means they missed out on my main source of damage. Damn it! 7 HP! You know I can't let this stand, right? Bunch of shields. Oh, finally, another advanced target. 1 Ember, advanced, supply armor 10. Good card. Ashes of the Fallen, summons trigger an additional time. I'm so happy to see that unlocked. Yeah, I can't. We're not done. We're not done yet. No. You even give me the Spore Launcher and 2 copies of Loam Coat and 2 copies of Hidden Passage again? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Are you literally telling me to go straight back and do the same run? Because I'll do it. And I'll do it better. Multi-strike, thank you. Make it worth my while to propagate stuff on you. Obviously not because of the multi-strike, but if I gave you rage, it would be much more worth propagating because you're dealing it twice. Spore Launcher. Yeah, I want the Brawler on its own line, please. Do I? What if I did have Rothwell as just the front of their own line, huh? Would it be so bad? Good target for a Loam Coat. Ooh. Dante's Footstool. On deployment phase, draw a room card from your deck and reduce its cost to 0. So that says, draft the most expensive room card you can find. That's what that says. Split Anvil, when you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less, loading costs. I'm gonna take Dante's Footstool and use that to try and exploit the first room that I find. Which means maybe I go to the Merchant of Arms early? Because if the room is something like, you know, Spell Sanctum, for instance, the room costs 3 energy, but it would be free with Dante's Footstool. Give me a lot of direction to walk in. Which actually tells me I don't know where I go in the next area. We'll have to see. Yeah. Yep, 1 Eager Conscript goes on the bottom line, absolutely. Loam Coat at the top. So I'm letting 2 Forsaken through. Totally fine with that. Got some good rage triggers. Additional money. Ooh, another Slay trigger. Love to see it. I'm gonna summon a Spear Steward. Then I'm gonna send that Spear Steward. I'm gonna summon another Spear Steward. TLDR, get him. Nice. And the Eager Conscript, it's Fallen Champion actually, sorry, in the enemy's front line is also going to give us the Revenge trigger and then be slain. Ideal. Come on, Astrael. Should I? I'm doing it. Go up, Astrael. There goes that floor. Eager Conscript. And then up again. It keeps Astrael sapped for much longer. Also, it allows me to use all of the rage that's stacked up on our Hornbreaker Prince. Oh, Ritual of Battle. 3 Ember to apply 12 rage spell. I really do like it. Especially early, because you can start reducing its cost very effectively. Yeah, sure. Even though it comes with the Calcified Ember, I'll take it. Oh, Spawning Pods. 2 Ember, consume, spawn 4. There's also Rot, 3 Ember to deal 15 damage, apply 15 decay, and another Loam Coat. Don't need another Loam Coat. I will take the ability to spawn troops, though. Under Legion Banner, Hellhorn Banner, Merchant of Magic with the ability to remove, lower the cost of the Ritual of Battle, especially. Remove Consume from Spawning Pods. Lowering the cost of Spawning Pods as well would be great. Merchant of Steel as well as Under Legion on the other side. Realistically, Under Legion is more likely to give me something synergistic with the Spore Launcher, which is a lot of its value there. However, outside of the context of giving me something like that, I really do feel like I would benefit more from the spells. Yeah, let's double stack the Ritual of Battle to give 24 rage now, please. Seemed good. Holdover. Holdover on Hidden Passage gives us the ability to ascend 1 unit every turn, and I will say, consistency like that certainly appeals. Also just going to lower the cost of one of the Eager Conscripts. I could give that Eager Conscript holdover every single turn I would draw spawn 1. Eventually I want my deck to be more impactful than spawn 1 being a really good thing. I'm going to save some money here. Hellhorned units. Oh, hello. Demon Friend. 4 Ember, 3 size unit that has 60/60 in stats, and then the Apex Imp as well. 1 Ember, 2 size. Armored, which triggers when armor is added to this unit. Gain rage equal to the added armor. On summon, gain 5 armor. It's a demon and an imp. Yep. Yeah, you take that and then you figure out how to make that work. That's the way you go about something like that. I mean, unfortunately, holdover on the 0 cost Fortify, 0 cost spell that gives 5 armor to a unit. Giving that holdover would be insane. Just keep pumping that out on the Apex Imp. Every turn it gets 10 armor, 10 rage. Alas. Let's see what we can do in the Merchant of Arms over there. The enemies have Titan skin, apparently. Spore Launcher definitely needs to go on the bottom line. Feels appropriate to put Hornbreaker on the top, but what if the decay builds up enough? Let's put on the next line. Apex Imp. You are... I mean, we want you to gain armor. You're just not going to gain that much armor. We just don't have that for you at the moment, buddy. That's not part of our deck. I should actually drop a spear steward on the bottom line before I use my Eager Conscript. And I do want to make sure that I get my Loam Coat out. Starting to propagate that regen, as well as the Rage is going to start propagating from it as well after we get struck here. That'll be super useful for us. Also, I will need to keep the Spore Launcher alive, so you two will want a Loam Coat. I wish the Armored Imp was triggering off of all armor gained on the floor, then it would be insane right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to just play out the Calcified Ember. Purge it out of the deck. Unfortunately, I will be taking a different Scourge for it. Chime of Despair. I mean, I don't even have to play that out if I don't want to. I wish you gained armor equal to the rage gained as well. Oh, that'd be so good. Blast. Yeah, just gonna severely increase the damage this Spear Steward does. Nice. Some spawning pods. Take a little bit more damage to the Vengeful Shard for a little bit more gold. Get him. There's the Fortify I was asking for. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and you certainly don't do it twice. God, another Loam Coat. What's wrong? I think I might take the other Proliferate now. It's still got a Calcified Ember, but it'll be really good with the spawns. Loam Coat's also not bad with Apex Imp. No, it is. It is. We want equipment that is relevant. And I don't need more than those. Okay, no, I was trying to confuse myself there for a moment. It's Proliferate. It's absolutely Proliferate there. All right, come on, Merchant of Arms, show me a room worth drafting. Holy hell! Hall of Mirrors. -2 to the capacity of the floor. Create a copy of friendly units on summon. Yeah, that's absolutely something that I can try and figure out how to solve and use effectively. Okay, let's start thinking about what we can do with it. Hornbreaker Prince, duping you, not especially great. You'd be competing against yourself for your own Slay triggers, you'd be competing against yourself for your own Revenge triggers. Duping the Apex Imp? Well, if I had something that gave armor to an entire floor at the same time, that would be super useful, sure. Duping the Spore Launcher? I mean, yeah, that's the one that makes the most sense. And then anytime I summon any conscripts on that floor, they just get duped as well. I mean, it's 100% that. Void armament for multi-strike on a unit, but on extinguish, purge this unit from the deck. Now, that is terrifying. Like, giving multi-strike to the Hornbreaker Prince, great. However, I'd still need to give you a lot of armor before I can really be comfortable you're not just gonna die with it. Should I upgrade Loam Coat to be held in the opening hand? I don't think that's really worth it. That said, Loam Coat would make Hornbreaker Prince more survivable, but then I wouldn't be able to put the Void Armament on because it'd be wearing the Loam Coat. Maybe I re-roll, but realistically, I'd only really be looking for equipment. If I had 2 rooms, one of them was deployable and one of them wasn't, would the deployable one already be in my opening hand by the time Dante's Footstool triggers, meaning the non-deployable one would always be added to hand and reduced in cost? Or would it possibly fish for one of the deployable ones? That would be unfortunate. I'm leaning towards saving my money right now. Merchant of Trinket, Celestial Alcohol, Forgotten Boons, the next area. There is an Empyrean Well opposing them, but Ritual of Battle is like halfway to being wanting me to dupe it. I do think I go to left side next turn. So yeah, I will save my money here then. We got exactly what we wanted. Check out the Alco. Oh, this event. God, what do I do here? Oh. So, Spore Launcher would be duped. I wouldn't really be able to summon any... If I placed down a Jack-in-the-Box and it duped itself, every time each of them summons a box unit, it would try and dupe the thing out of the box unit as well. Okay, so it would overfill a floor if I had that on Hall of Mirrors. It would overfill the floor way too fast. Not worth it, obviously, unless I put, like, Demon Fiend, things that are unplayable in it. Small gift box, add 3 spells into the small gift box. Realistically, what do you do with that? You put Fortify in there, you put Eager Conscript in there, you put all of the low-cost spells in there. Takes them out of the first cycle, makes them easier to draw in a second cycle. It's a little kit of tools you can use. I think I should do that. Because especially if I can dupe this, I would then be able to... No, but it stops me from being able to upgrade, like, Fortify is now in that card instead, so I can't give this Holdover. Holdover and double stack on that for the sake of the Apex Imp would be incredible. Give me the large mystery box. Random card every turn. Thank you, Reese. Alright, we're out of here. A little bit more health so I can take more damage, so I can get more money. Furious Frenzy. Right. Now, Hall of Mirrors on the bottom line. Then, Spore Launchers. Then, Hornbreaker Prince. Apex Imp behind you. Shields to your top line end turn. Let's go. Tiresome Climb. Ascend and apply Daze 2. Cool. I will be dropping Eager Conscript on this bottom line. For lethal on all of the enemies. Okay, it's very effective. It's gonna limit what the Hornbreaker Prince is capable of doing, though. Spears you with the top line, obviously. Should I torch my own Hornbreaker Prince to start giving you damage? Like, our only line that really matters is the bottom line and how many troops we can generate there while Archeon's on the bottom line. Ooh, Impish Scholar. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. Neat. I'd love to get away without playing the Calcified Ember, or with playing the Calcified Ember this term, but I don't think I can get away without playing the conscripted... The Eager Conscript, rather. Also, Impish Scholar being able to bring back spawning pods later, very good. Yes, it's time to Loam Coat to be able to propagate on the troop. Perfect. Fortify goes on the Apex Imp for additional rage as well. Just a couple of those conscripts get the Fallen Champion to the next line with just enough weakness to really take a bunch of damage to the Hornbreaker Prince. And we've got 16 decay on the Archeon. Yeah, Loam Coat on the Fun Guy is really good. I'm glad I get to explore it a little bit more now. Cheery Deathcap. On summon, apply decay 7 to enemy units. Don't really need to do that. Eager Conscript, Loam Coat. Both seem pretty reasonable right now. I need to make my troops summon much more consistent. Holdover or just an incredibly large density of those effects in the deck would do it. Gotta hit that Fortify. Proliferate would proliferate Regen, Rage, and Rage, as well as some DK on the enemies. It's not bad. Yeah, I don't need more down there at the moment. Hornbreak, love this spell. Deal 5 damage twice. Piercing. It's so simple and so effective. Take out the backliner so I don't have to worry about losing so many troops. Legend of the Imp adds 5 rage to all of the next units. Or the units on the next floor, rather. Oh my god, we don't even lose the troop. $93 damage to decay every round? Hell yeah. Deadly Variant, again, applies consume equal to 5 times sap. Not exactly what we're looking for. Consumes to apply decay equal to 5 times sap. I need something that uses my decay, not something that uses my sap. Fun Guy in a Suit. Sick. 3 Ember, consume, spawn 3, apply armor to Fun Guy equal to 4 times the troops. Sick. Sick. Look at the art for that. Actually, it's like very reminiscent of the living armor mollusk from Delicious in Dungeon. There's also Racking Pain. 1 Ember, deal damage equal to 3 times the debuff stacks on this unit. Eventually, that'll be pretty big with the amount of DK that we put on a target. I do think Fun Guy in a Suit is a thing that I just have to click, though, despite the fact that it gives me a calcified Ember. Are you kidding me? Is you kidding me? The Death God's bro. What? Buddy. Okay. Cluster Kernel's back. We can obviously see the utility in having Cluster Kernel at the same run that we have the Spore Launcher. However, if I go Capacity here, I would have the ability to play Spore Launcher. Then, after I play Spore Launcher, I would have the ability to then play my Hall of Mirrors. And after that, play the Cluster Kernel behind them. So Cluster Kernel would summon 2 copies, and each of those on resolve would spawn 10 troops. We wouldn't be able to dupe the Spore Launcher as well, unfortunately, because if we dupe the Spore Launcher, then 6 spaces are already used out of a 5 space capacity at the time. There's also, however, Death-Capped Prophet. 1 Ember, rally, draw 1 extra card next turn. If I just put that on a floor where summons happen, I will draw a full hand every turn. And if I was doing that, it becomes pretty hard to stop. So that would have to be on the same floor that I am using, that I am summoning my spawns, my troops, my Fun Guy. How would I be able to justify that? So again, that would be put Spore Launcher on the bottom line, then play the Hall of Mirrors, then double Deathcap Prophet, which means that every turn on that floor, every time I summon a unit, I decay the enemies twice, then it summons another unit, decaying the enemies another 2 times, and then I draw 4 additional cards next turn. And that's just from having 1 Eager Conscript roll. Yeah. Yeah. That's literally draw a full hand every single turn. I don't know how to tell you that's definitely going to be the best choice. I don't even have to go for Limbo's Solace if I do that. I would need 9 capacity if I want to be able to dupe both the Spore Launcher and the Loam, the Deathcap Prophet. That's not happening. I think I've got to gain the additional energy so I can start working on getting rid of these Calcified Embers, as well as having a little more energy to set up on the first turn and stuff like that. Also because I'm going to be drawing a full hand every single turn, so that's probably pretty important. Do I go to the Empyrean Well now? Well, still no, because I still don't know who I'm duping. None of you are particularly strong, you just work together very well. Alright, Lightforge. I was really hoping for the multi-striker. Gosh. I suppose I'm getting double Wrathful on you. Match some trinkets up against the Celestial Arco. Look at the trinkets first, obviously. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from the deck, reduces cost to 0. That is a great way for me to get my first Loam Code out. When a unit dies with decay, their decay is spread amongst other enemy units. That's how I do damage. And Fungi do 2 additional damage per troop stack. That's also how I do my damage. So yeah, I'll be taking all of those very gladly and running away with a smile on my face. It's Jimbo! A colorful vortex hurls the train towards a vast empty space filled with nothing except a deck of cards. A strange face emerges. It's Jimbo the Joker. The Joker presents you with 3 cards and exclaims, "Pick a card, any card." Which Joker do you take? AAA! Friendly units gain +3 health for each rare card in your deck. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of health. Yorick, when a card with Consumer's Plate, gain 29. How many consumes do I have? 1, 2, 3. That's still a lot of money. Gros Michel. Non-champion friendly units gain 10 additional damage. After each round of combat, 10% chance for this artifact to be destroyed. Never trust the banana. I gotta go AAA. The Joker chortles. Good luck with that one. Thank you kindly. I think I will have a lot of good luck with that one. -1 energy per turn. Guess what I just did? I gave myself energy, so I don't care. Right. This bottom floor situation. Spore Launcher. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okie dokie, so I may have miscounted. I can't put the Spore Launcher on that same line. Oops. What can I do then? Boy. I need 1 capacity on that, 1 additional capacity on that bottom line. Yep. 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 I made a mistake. It's okay, it happens. I'm just not gonna run the Hall of Mirrors for a little bit of time here. I guess I do it after I summon both my units. It's fine, I can do it later. Actually, also, if I am triggering their rally effects right now, I may as well trigger the rally effect that gives you extra draw next turn. So, Deathcap Prophet, Shroom Launcher, then Hall of Mirrors, so that when I summon additionals there, they get duped. Then... It's fine, because the other one was going to be capacity anyway, so... I'm looking to actively summon troops next turn. Okay, so Hornbreaker Prince, Apex, Shield, and Loam Coat. Oh yeah, Contagious. Consume. Enemy units propagate 4. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. Neat. It's pretty straightforward to me that we're just going to be summoning as many troops as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sick. Also, so 6 times 4, 24. So your last 16 health, 12 of that's from AAA. Where are you getting all of this health from? 6 by 4 is 24, plus 12 is 36. Why do you have 4 more health than that? I guess maybe the base version has Troop 0? I don't know. That's all I can really think about giving it that effect at the moment. That said, they will be able to survive on that floor, and we are going to be drawing, 10 cards next turn. So as long as I make a bunch of my summon cards 0 cost, this is going to be very easy. Most impactful card for me to play right now will be Fun Guy in a Suit. Only gives me 2 additional card draw next turn. Boo-hoo. Infectory. Spawn 1 when a troop without... when a unit without troop dies. That's a unit without troop. That's not... That's not a friendly unit. That's a unit. So right now we're only drawing 6 additional cards next turn, but we're going to be spawning more troops during this resolution. And now we're drawing 10 cards next turn. This card draw engine is insane. Proliferate. More, there's spawning pods as well. I'm gonna play out one of the calcified embers. I think it's about time that I start getting rid of those. Then all of those get to go to the next floor. If I proactively summon a single unit on this floor, that'll stop that. Do I care about them going to the next floor? They all attack for a smidgen and then they die. Let's get rid of that purge. Oh, transcend him! When Blade, repeat all summon effects that have happened so far this battle. Including gain 5 armor. And that's it. No! Alright. Another calcified ember, another eager recruit just because we can. Got -1 Pyre per turn, -1 Ember per turn, and I'm still purging out the most expensive cards. Oh my god, another Fun Guy in a Suit, really? It's a very bold offer, thank you kindly. I will win the game. I will take that, yes. Rage Serum. Ooh, Fire Jumper. 1 Ember Summon, gain 4... Hang on, do I care? Is that something I care about? I have I have to take it because when I draw a handful of 10 cards, this will be invaluable as an energy tool for us. That's kind of what I was hoping for as a good room card, but I can't take another room card because if I do, then I won't get guaranteed the Hall of Mirrors in the opening hand. Ox, 2 Ember, consume, deals 20 damage and applies Decay 10 to all units. And then finally, Cheery Deathcap, summon, apply Decay 7 to enemy units. Certainly leaning towards skipping here. If one of them was rare, interestingly, I would take it for the sake of the AAA. Celestial Alcove. Ooh, Empyrean Well. Do I have a good dupe target yet? What is wrong? My best dupe target right now is Pyre Chomper. God, Herzl Sword with an artifact, and then there's more artifacts behind there. That's really impactful because there's artifacts that will literally just summon a unit for me every round, and that's so wildly good. I do want upgrades, but my only upgrades that I really want to units are make Spore Launcher small. Will you do that for me, Merchant of Steel? Can I trust you to do that for me? Also, my real worry is the Empyrean Well without something that I'm actually like excited or pleased to be duping is a mistake. On speed start. Multi-strike? Yeah, we take multi-strike. Certainly not large though. Thank you. Good lord. Finally. Okay, Hall of Mirrors. We get to play that. Then we play double Deathcap Prophet. Then we play double Spore Launcher, and we're up to the races. Do I give Tight Knight to the Spore Launcher? Realistically, that will not matter. No. Rage, Tight Knight. I think I saved my money on these upgrades. Realistically, I don't think any of them change anything. That said, I suppose I am duping the unit, so I might as well just have the unit be stupid tanky. But it's the interactions that are already making them stupid tanky. Oh, I want to leave open the ability to apply dualism to you later. That's what'll change the math on that. Bloodthirsty Blade gains 1 damage permanently. I mean, Bloodthirsty Blade is a little more appealing now that I have the Apex Inc with multi-strike. That said, it's still not very. Glass Cannon, Fragile. That is also actually really appealing now that I have the Apex Imp, because the Apex Imp gets armor, and I focus on giving them armor, so if they ever take damage, they explode, that's fine. That's just 100 extra damage on the Apex Imp. Alright, Celestial Alco, what do you got for us? Ooh, spikes! A portion of the rail ahead has been destroyed, leaving scattered rail spikes to litter the ground. These once proud emblems of the covenant between heaven and hell are now nothing but debris. But you sense some of these rail spikes still contain some lingering power. From which clan do you take a rail spike? We can get Spike the Banished for X Valor. It's gonna be Spike of the Legion. Or Lazarus League for Reanimate. Applying Reanimate to a unit is nice. I don't think I have any that want to take it though. And Legion's too obvious. The Underlegion Rail Spike embeds into your hand, spreading spores and mycelium beneath your skin. May the power from this great clan protect you. Social Alcove, Forgotten Boons, and Merchant of Arms in the next area. Realistically, I think I need to go to a Merchant of Magic. I'm long overdue just downgrading costs of spells. Front non-boss enemy in each wave gains Reanimate. Trust me when I tell you it's not going to be a problem. Oh my god. This is so good. Oh, so good. Double Death Gate Profit. Double Spore Launcher. Thornbreaker with an Apex behind him and then a Loam Coat on you. Ooh, Mitosis Cap on Celebrate gave a permanent copy of this unit. What? Well, oh god. Who do I do it to though? Like it should be the Spore Launcher, but I don't. If I get capacity after this, I could literally summon another Spore Launcher. Oh. No, but Spore Launchers are so big. I'm gonna give it to the Spore Launcher and see how it goes. If I get another copy of it, I get another copy. I will. It is gonna happen. Okay, now. Summon a Chirp. It now has 24 health on the field. Good to see. Another Chirp. Then give it the ability to propagate itself. Alright. So these are all going to be reanimating, but they will also have so much decay that they will die next turn. This is actually good. It's going to give all of my units chances to get Slay triggers. Oh, there's Fire Chomper. If I throw you on this floor, you can actually defend me against some damage, but do I want you to defend me against some damage? I think the answer is no. Last cannon goes on our multi-striker rather. Then some eager conscription. Quick little spawning pod as well. Should I proliferate or should I just throw Ritual of Battle on? Yeah. I can't ignore Ritual of Battle there. Oh my god. I am legitimately struggling with it. The it is figuring out, do I need more launcher? Because if I get capacity after the next fight, I would have the ability to summon 4 launchers and 2 Death Cap Prophets on the bottom line, and then obviously I only need 1 final space for the fun guy to be able to summon itself. But do I need that more than I need energy? I think energy is still, I think the truth of the matter is energy is still more mutable. I can get other ways to get energy. It is easier for me to ignore energy as a cost than it is for me to ignore capacity. So take the capacity gem. Also, finally we're in a world where I can't ever argue to take the draw gem. It's finally real. 92 armor on our front liner there. Get him. Play out those conscripts. Go drop a proliferate on him as well. Is there anything else I can do here? I'm gonna hit you to gain some rage. There we go. Incants will sap all of my units on the floor. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem for us, actually. Again, still letting the shards deal damage to me constantly. It's 10 additional gold every time I do. Why not? Okay. And 8 times propagate on our frontliner, causing 8 rallies for each of these. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't then cause another spawn. In fact, it probably did cause another spawn at the same time and then another trigger, so they probably all did 9 hits. Get him. Ooh, we've unlocked the Awoken Clan. Hell yeah. That's another fire jumper right there. Also, a battering ram, 3 ember, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 4 times the armor on friendly units, and finally, decalcified ember, or branding right, 2 ember, piercing, deal 5 damage but apply 20 armor. I can't put that on the Apex Imp, unfortunately, because the Apex Imp is going to have the glass cannon, so they would gain a lot of armor, and they would also be dead. Also, fire jumper is just a really good card for us right now. Deadly Variant. I want you because you're a rare card, but for every other reason, I don't want you. Inhale, 1 ember, deal 10 damage. On Slay, spawn 2. That's pretty good. And then Fertile Ground as well, 2 ember, consume, spawn 1, and then spawn 1 more for each card in the consume pile. 1, 2, 3. I still don't have that many consume cards, unfortunately. I think I have enough that I can start justifying that, though. Awoken. New clan unlocked. Gather the Awoken of the Wildwood Forest, Hollows, and Animus are supported by healing channelers. There's going to be so many new combinations. Game's so cool. Let's go get our cost reductions we're looking for. -2 cost and consume, please, on Ritual of Battle. Ooh, double stack. Apply armor equal to... Oh, what? You... Hang on. Excuse me? Spawn is not considered something that can double stack? That doesn't feel correct. Intrinsic and lower its costs. I could increase the damage of this spike. I'm not going to. Wait, and I can't even... Hang on. I can't double stack Propagate? Does not apply to status effects. Spawn and Propagate are both status effects? I guess they are. Damn. So it's... But you can double stack multicast, can't you? Status effects. Status effects includes buffs and debuffs, blue and red. But armor is not. Armor is yellow. So would be multi-strike. So can it double multi-strike? I'm starting to get a little confused about that. I'll need a One Horn's Tome to figure that out. This one's got to be a reroll now, right? Yeah. Take the 1 cost and holdover totally goes on some. Don't know what. But it'll be on some. 100% that just goes on a conscript. Guaranteeing that I have a conscript every turn. Oh, I'll even do it on the intrinsic one, thank you. Hugely important. Permafrost to keep a card in hand. There's not that many cards that I really want to keep in hand until the right time. Largely Spike of the Legion, but realistically, if I just pump this with a bunch of additional energy as well, I'm not ever going to really care another direction. Yeah, I'll save the money. I think the other ones give me such a minimal impact that they're not really worth my time. 2 base torches from deck, because we saw how quickly we just skipped using those constantly. Merchant of Arms is up with the Empyrean Well on the other side. I would love to see another Merchant of Steel, especially the opportunity to get possibly dualism on our Spores launcher. All right, Nourishing Feed. All the mirrors the bottom line. Double summon the Death Cap Prophet. Double summon the Spore Launcher. Then Thornbreaker with the Apex behind. Drop a Loam Coat. I guess I could summon a Spore Launcher on that line as well. There you go. Mm-hmm. Perfect bottom line already. Maybe I should throw out a Spawning Pods and Proliferate just to quickly get some cards consumed. It's not a high priority. Just propagate 8 on the frontliner. Perfect. Fireheart Bogworm's growth has been unlocked. Ooh, they are going to put a lot of corruption on my fun guy. I need to get a Loam Coat with that bad boy. Got it. Sure, I'll play 1 Fire Chomper here so that I can play out the rest of my hand. I'll save the other one in hand for later. I think I will summon the Shield Steward as well. And sure, torch my own guy. I don't really need slays on the second line. Like, realistically, okay, here we are. I just need turns like this. Conscripts. Conscripts. What else do I like doing? I feel like the Ritual of Battle is essential right now. Conscripts. Conscripts. Fertile Ground, spawn 1. Yeah. It spawns another one. Stacks up to 44 decay on Kale. 120 damage a turn. Oh, actually, it's way more decay after that. Where did the final 50 decay come from? I don't know. Ah, world-ending strain. When all of the other ones died, they spread their decay to the to Kale. Right, that makes sense. Which realistically, I should have been intentionally planning around. I do want to give you armor, especially because your regen should help keep you alive. And this guy is looking particularly unhealthy, so I will actually move an aggressive unit up there in order to hit mine and then be struck down. This will also propagate that decay back to the back liner. So let's proliferate on this line too. Hey, Stygian Guard's been unlocked. Absolutely powering through these unlocks now. Another slave for our frontliner. As well as, again, the greater amount of decay part. Wait, hang on. It has to die to decay for it to be the thing that... Okay, got it. Only propagates if it actually dies to the decay. So I don't want trample on the fun guy in the front line. Ideally, I want all of these units to hit the front enemy and then all of the enemies to die to decay. Which is unfortunately just not happening. Go on, Kale. I've actually let you get a significant amount of spikes. If we weren't busted beyond all belief, I might actually be a little concerned right now. But thankfully, we are absolutely busted beyond all belief. Casually drawing a full hand every turn. I'm duty bound to pay out the rest of these cards. Alright. Just in case they were part of any of the unlock conditions for things, obviously I want to increment those. Kill down. Racking Pain. I mean, Racking Pain now could be a stupid amount of damage on a single unit. Gimme. Hell's Flame, Limbo Souls, Heaven's Light. So again, Heaven's Light is if I want to also put another set of Spore Launchers on that bottom line. I'm gonna do it. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb stupid. What? Higher Heart unlocks. Bogworm's growth permanently add 1 capacity to a random floor after each... That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I'm never taking another Heaven's Light. Stygian Guard, the ancient guard of the Stygian Sea, emerges once more. Mystical sirens and ancient totems work together to eliminate the hostile titans from heaven. I can't wait to do a Stygian Guard Lunar Clan run. Lunar Coven, rather. We were heading left, as I recall, unless the call of duping something has duped me. No, we're going left. Come on, dualism! Oh, another Smidge Stone. Quick and additional damage. No, I don't want to give Apex quick. It will slay the enemies that I'm trying to slay. Probably gonna reroll it still. Light Forge. Really? No multi-strike? Alright, I'll take Wrathful 3. I guess I'll look at the armory next. Hey, Steward's Quarters! 1 extra capacity, trained stewards get multi-strike and +10, enchanted chamber and blast cannon. There's no reason for me to take any of these. Obviously, I can throw Hearthstone upgrades on units like, oh, there you go, it gives some additional health to the Death Gap Prophet. I have no real good reason to do it, though. Like, realistically, this is not going to make a difference, and I shouldn't do it so that I can save money. But it's such a small amount of money. Oh, that's fun. Large Stone can't make the Spore Launcher larger because it already got Smidge Stoned down to 1 size. 1 size is like a set. So no matter what its size is, set its size to 1 is what Smidge Stone does. There's also another, I can get another multi-strike on the Apex Imp, right? Can I? Yeah, there you go. It totally doesn't need it at all. Next area, Merchant of Magic Merchant. Yeah, again, hold on to the money for the Merchant Trinkets. I'll take this battle no matter what it is. Oh, it's -1 energy is actually a little annoying. It's not going to stop us, even slightly. All right, Hall of Mirrors. Then you summon double Death Gap Prophet. Then double Spore Launcher. Then double big Spore Launcher. Well, they tried too big. Which means I'm not going to be able to play Apex Imp here in the opening because the -1 costs, -1 Ember from the other thing. Honestly, realistically, I can pay you in the cycle. It's not gonna. It's not. Trust me, it's not gonna matter. Yeah. I'll use a Pyre Jumper here just so that I can set up as many conscripts as I can. Every time I summon 1 troop, it causes 2 rally triggers. Yeah, they've got 96 stacks. Good lord. I suppose Spear Steward behind you makes a lot of sense right now as well. And then, should I proliferate? Just, yeah, you know what? I keep thinking about saving it for the optimal time, and the optimal time never arrives. Get him with the loam coat. Even leaves a unit for the next floor to be slain on time. It's all great. Always knew this top floor was going to need a little bit of little bit of additional support, is what I was trying to say before I stumbled over my own words. Getting rid of Ritual of Battle would also be really good here. Again, just another consume card. So many rally triggers. Yeah, I want to play the fun guy in a suit. Sure. then that one, then the one, yeah, then the one that cares about my consume triggers. That'll do it. And now these units are surviving long enough to provide decay to other units. So this unit, oh my god. Racking pain, 3 times the debuff stacks on this enemy. So I could hit you for 1.5 thousand damage right now. I wonder if doing 1.5 thousand damage with a single spell is like a condition for unlocking anything. I honestly would not be surprised. Should I do it speculatively? Okay. It didn't seem to really do anything. That's fine, though. It seems like that would be part of an unlock condition for, like, Stygian, maybe. Just doing as much damage with magic spells as possible. I say magic spells. There's no difference in this game between magic spells and mundane spells. There's no such thing as a mundane spell. Yeah. It's the wad. Hit me with that. Welcome, boss. Ooh, this bottom line's not killing you yet? Well, why don't I just start... Give me a second. We'll see. Oh, okay, the first one killed you? Got it. Well, I'll be playing a lot more of them. And I don't even get to Racking Pain you. If you survive this floor, I would be able to Racking Pain you for so much. 400 times 3, 1200? At least? Get him, true. There's another Pyre Jumper. There's an Important Work as well as Impish Scholar. Bringing back non-specific consume cards is not great, because I want to just throw away a couple of these consume cards. Like one of them that I really want back, Fun Guy in a Suit. It's kind of minimal. Going for another Pyre Jumper, honestly, yeah, just a little spike of additional energy is super useful for me. I'm gonna get another Calcimite Ember as well. Another Fertile Ground, sure. I do really want the Merchant of Magic. Trinkets. Shroom units apply Decay 1 to enemy units on summon. Yes, please. 3 additional Ember on opening. Absolutely. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. Also very important right now, because I can do that. Double stack. I mean, -1 cost, we do want to lower the cost of all the things we want to play consistently. Okay, all of the conscripts are now 0 costed. Double stack not relevant on any of those. Roll. -2 to its cost and gain consume. Now, did I remove consume from any of you? No, it doesn't look like it. Spell Chain. That's a great way to get a couple more. Summon. Spell Chain on the holdover Eager Conscripts? Yes, please. And then I'll give holdover to another Eager Conscript. Removing additional cards from the deck is definitely going to be a lot of the source now. Friendly unit center with armor 5. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. Saves us a little energy on turn 1. And a little energy a couple turns after that as well. Sure, I'll take it. Remove a card from the deck. The calcified embers can be removed by playing them, so I will remove them by playing them. Let's get rid of the torch. We'll get rid of the ones that don't remove themselves from the deck over the course of just playing the deck. Let's go. Oh, you are so unready for this, Seraph. You are not prepared. Yep. Yep. Hall of Mirrors. Deathcap Prophet. Then Spore Launcher. Then Spore Launcher. Absolutely. Then Hornbreaker with Apex. Top line becomes Double Shield Steward. Apex gets the glass cannon. Oh boy. Units will enter with melee weakness as well, so I need my frontline here to have more health than that, so I guess I will defend... Oh, actually, no, you get Loam Coat anyway, so that's fine. Solved. Spear Steward there. I've got a space on each of those floors for a imp. That AoE from these Ragewing Assassins is going to be really annoying. I kind of want to Hidden Passage one of them past, but if I Hidden Passage them, they'll kill the Apex Imp on the next line. Oh god. That's actually really embarrassing. How do I keep them alive? Can I keep them alive? Remember when I said Seraph won't know what hit him? Maybe I should have, maybe I should have taken some additional cautions. Keep forgetting about them having a sweet unit. I removed my torches from the deck as well. Well, mistakes have been made. Let's see what we can do about this, though. I'm thinking if I use a Loam Coat on one of my Deathcap Prophets, I can keep them alive for longer, which gives me the ability to retain my draw for a little longer. Of course, that means not having a Loam Coat on the fun guy, which means I just have to rely on my summons, but I think I can rely on my summons. We'll still be able to get full draw with just one of the Death Gap Prophets. But losing the next one is going to be more of an existential concern for us. Thank you for coming down to this line, though. What? Why have they all got Rage 3? How dare you? I have to kill one line of them to keep my units safe now. I can also use Racking Pain to take another one of the AoEers down. That's much more important to do. Yeah, I'm going to propagate there just so that I can get both of these units dying to the decay so that I can stack more decay on Seraph. Perfect. Okay, only one Rage Wing on this next line, so we get to survive that one as well. I don't desperately need additional energy this turn. In fact, most of these cards will go unplayed even if I do have the energy for them. I can use Racking Pain for 600 damage here. It feels a little like a bad idea not to. Okay. In fact, I think I should still use a torch to save some HP on my liners there. Spawning pods obviously on the bottom line too. And then I'm set up for racking for a bunch of pain on the top line. Ooh, boy. Thankfully he's got a lot of decay on him and he's getting more. Can rely on that at least. Fortify is actually a huge hit. Now that the Apex Demon has Fortify, despite its melee weakness, it won't die to only taking 6 damage from a Rage Wing Assassin, so I can now use Hidden Passage to move the Rage Wing Assassin. Oh, you get 5 more damage when I move you? Why? Oh, Seraph Eternus is enchanting all of them with Rage. Got it. So yeah, it actually would kill again in this instance, but it won't always. Okay, huge amount of armor for our frontliner, very important. Oh. 10 more troop and another troop afterwards. I really want one of you to survive to the next line, but unfortunately Apex Imp would kill you, so none of you can die to your decay, giving the damage to the Seraph as I want. One Rage Wing down, the other one's going to get moved. Now I don't have to worry about losses. Excellent. And I'll return to rallying ridiculously over the top of you constantly. And just for fun, I'll throw a Racking Pain at you for 903 damage. At end of turn, the enemy will die to their DK. Hell yeah. Truly an absurd run. Full control over drawing 10 cards every single turn, and a lot of ways to add additional energy or make those cards cost nothing. That'll do it. Seraph Eternus goes down. And we reach the Great Abyss. This should get the Unto Legion their second leader, right? Hellhorn levels up to level 3, unlocking Impressive. 1 Ember, attuned, sacrifice an Imp. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit, as well as Unbroken Horn, conserve energy between turns. Unto Legion levels up to 5, getting Pandemic 2 Ember to consume, applying Decay 8 and Sap 2. Then, add a copy of this card to your discard pile. Twin Minds, create a permanent copy of the first consume card played each battle. I understand now how you have so much consume synergy. Madam Lion's Mane. You unlock the alternate champion for this clan. You can now choose to start runs with this champion and their starter cards. We unlock Stygian Guard as well as Awoken for casting 5 spells in a turn. Okay, yeah, I think I did that a couple of times over. And Awoken healing 300 lost health. So our regen obviously would have done that for us. Covenant rank 8, enemies are stronger. We pick up 12 mastered cards here across our 2 clans. Oh my god. So much here. Umbra, increase room capacity. Okay, yeah. Reanimate or reform units for the Melting Remnant as well as an unlock condition. Right, what do I do in the next episode? I think that's the kind of thing that I will have to decide at the time. Oh my god. So, this is banished first, then Pyreborn. So all of these are going to be banished first. So each of them has 9. There's 10 of them. So that's 90 different runs. Just in terms of your primary and your allied being different. That's ignoring the fact that both your primary can swap champion and your allied can swap base default starter cards by swapping champion as well. I'm almost speechlessly impressed. Incredible work, Shiny Shoe. Let's head back to the outpost. Figured this was going to happen.
You want to use the pyre to talk to Seraph? That's a crazy idea!
Think about it. During the attack, they went for the pyre. Why? And why, after all this time, hasn't the corruption spread to hell? I think the pyre can prevent Titan corruption. Maybe even reverse it. And somehow, it can call upon people too. If I can use the pyre to reach Seraph, maybe he can lead us to them. He's the only one in heaven who knows where they might be.
But are you sure we can trust Seraph? He broke the Covenant Veil, and he almost destroyed Hell.
I know, that concerns me too, but if there's one thing I know about my brother, he would hate to be someone's puppet.
It's risky. And I can't trust your brother after all he's done. But I trust you. Well, let's try it.
Pyre, can you show me Seraph?
Bell?
Hazel, I saw them. I saw Seraph and the Titans. Seraph was his old self for a moment, but the vision faded too soon. There's something else. It was strange. Before my vision ended, I saw Malika.
Malika?
Surprise! Took you all long enough? I thought I'd have to wait even longer before you all figured it out.
You better explain to me right now. What were you doing in my vision? And are you with us? Or against us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a Titan. But relax. Not all of us are big and bad and scary. Some of us just want to have fun. I'm actually just a minor Titan. The ones up there, the progenitors, they're the big, ugly kind. The Pyre was one too.
You're a Titan? And you're saying the Pyre is a Titan too?
Was a Titan. It's a long story, but right now, it's not complete. And if it was, then this grand scheme of yours just might work. But that's the only hint you'll get from me. After all, where's the fun in giving all the answers? Toodles!
The Pyre Hearts! Of course! They used to be parts of the Pyre too! You were right, Vel. Once we gather the rest, the Pyre will be complete. And then we can finally win this war!
So it's gonna be Titans after Seraph, right? You defeat Seraph and then you push through to like a final fight with the Titans? Don't confirm or deny that for me, that's just my assumption. And the assumption I'm gonna be running with for the moment. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the Game Past, present, future, YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, and special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully y'all have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully see you all next time.